Right. Testing the gun we have here to see maybe this is working. Right, well, like it is Bayern Munich versus Chelsea. Chelsea playing away in this one. Very, very important match of the Champions League season. Quick gloss over the result yesterday. Arsenal beat Atletico Club 2-0 away yesterday. And PSV lost at home to Union St. Gillows. 3-1, that one ended. And Benfica lost as well to Quarterback. 2-3. Loss for Benfica. Real Madrid take care of business against Olympia Marseille in that match. 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid. And of course, yesterday too, Tottenham win their first home game against Valeria in this new look Champions League. Bayern Munich with the attack and Kane with the header. The win above everybody else as Bayern Munich is knocking on the door earlier here. It is 7 minutes plus on the watch. And already today, Olympiacos faced off with Paphos that ended 0-0. It ends between those two. And in this matchup between Bayern Munich and Chelsea, there has been a lot of history between these two. Bayern Munich so far taking the lead ahead of Chelsea in those feisty meetings in the past. But most favorable to remember is 2012 when Chelsea beat Bayern Munich in the final of the Champions League, in which Chelsea themselves clinched the Champions League for the first time. Ball across the field now. It's Bayern Munich searching. Very good attack and a shot from distance amounts to nothing as Luis Diaz is trying to search for an early goal for Bayern Munich. Lord, early frustration showing here for shooting in that kind of distance. Of course, as we speak, it is just 12 minutes on the clock and Liverpool is taking care of business against Atletico de Madrid. Liverpool playing at home in that one. It is 2-0 and it's just 12 minutes in that game. PSG too is taking care of business. It's 1-0 against Atlanta and it's 10 minutes in that game. Ajax 0-0 with Inter Milan as we speak. Bayern Munich now with another attack. Of course, quickly, let's round through the lineup for these two tonight. Bayern Munich quickly back on the ball as Chelsea was dealing with the last attack. Of course, Neuer, the ever-present Neuer in goal for Bayern Munich. Now, Kimmich, very good ball, dashing into the middle of the pack for Chelsea. Chelsea get the ball immediately, but Bayern will retrieve immediately. And a shot from distance again. This time from Gnabry. This is becoming a repeated routine for Bayern Munich for shooting at distance here. I'm not sure what the game plan is, but it looks like for the number of time the players have tried these, that looks like one of the game plan for the night for Bayern Munich. Now Chelsea now having a round it. And now Pedro. The cross comes into the box. And it was cleared. Cucurella to nod it back to Pedro. Chelsea still attacking. Elise, mano mano with Pedro. Finds Cucurella. Cucurella goes back to the middle of the pack to find Casado. Ball back to the back of the line. And now with very good pass find Chelsea's man Gusto at the back. And the cross was well watched by Ty, who dealt with it to take the danger away from Bayern Munich, as that one is coming fast and hot, fast and furious from Chelsea. Chelsea corner. Gonna take it. Casado with a cross, finds Cucurella and the ball. Right, finds Cucurella in the box. A very good attacking opportunity there for Chelsea. What a cross from Casado. One of the very few attacks from Chelsea since the outset of this game. And that one almost cut Bayern open there. Bayern Munich now will restart from the back. Fine passes across the midfield for Bayern Munich. Gnabry with a long ball, searching for the Olise. But Olise's run was shut off to catch up with the pace of that ball. Now Chelsea playing from the back. They have to be very careful. Breathe down upon their neck is Gnabry. Cole Palmer got the ball from the middle of the pack. A very good pass almost for Pedro. And you can see what he's trying to do there just to be able to find Pedro. Elise lost the ball, claiming handball. The referee agrees. It's 0-0 still between these two. And it's just 14 minutes on the clock. Right around the corner on the other part of the Champions League that is taking place as we speak. Bayern Munich will have a free kick. As we said earlier, Liverpool already in control. 12 minutes, 15 minutes into the game with a quick 2-goal. PSG with a 1-goal ahead in the first 16 minutes of their game. Ajax and Inter Milan still 0-0. And Bayern Munich looking to start things off here. Still 0-0 between Chelsea and Bayern. And the free kick taken. Ball into the box. Gnabry hopes to catch up with that, but the ball was too long from Olise. And it to be a goal kick to Chelsea. As a matter of fact, every one of Bayern Munich shirts in the box is offside. The trap set by Chelsea, and the trap works pretty well. Long ball for Joao Pedro, who is playing in the number 9 role tonight. Now quickly, the The lineup for Bayern Munich is Noah in goal. Quick exchange between Gusto and Pedro. Chelsea moving the ball. And a fine manner from the goalkeeper to restart. Bayern have Neuer in goal. Lemire in the left back position. Gusto cannot catch up with the long pace shot or a pass from Cucurella. Upamecano and Tar in the center half for Bayern Munich. And Stanisic in the right back position. In the middle of the pack is Kimmich, Pavilovic, and Gnabry. Chelsea with the space in the middle of the pack. Cucurella now. Cucurella got himself a throw. Very, very animated Chelsea manager. Looks like a foul on Pedro. The referee agrees. And there will be a free kick close to Bayern Munich area. Right near the edge of the box. And up front for Bayern Munich is Olise, Kane, and Louis Diaz, sorry. And for Chelsea lineup is Sanchez in goal as usual. Gusto, Chalobah, Darabioyo, Cucurella are in the back four. Whereas in the middle of the pack for Chelsea is James, Caicedo, and Fernandes. Cucurella now on the ball, a long one, searching for Pedro. And Pedro can pick up the ball, but his pace was way ahead, and the assistant referee will call that one back for an offside position for Pedro. Really offside position for Pedro. In the middle of the pack is James, Fernandes, and Caicedo. And up front for Chelsea is Palmer, Pedro Neto, and Joao Pedro. Of course, in the striker's position. Gnabry with a good ball to find Diaz. Diaz, searching throw. And Gnabry with opportunity to shoot. He dribbles and he fires at the edge of the box, but a good block, Chelsea. And Chelsea now in between the round called Chelsea. The referee called for a foul. A foul on Kimmich as Caicedo was bullying his way through. Play to restart in the middle of the pack. Well, this one is really close to the edge of the box for Chelsea. Defending here has to be at par level. Kimmich will be weighing an opportunity to shoot from there, but it's a long way out. And then it's a pass, rather. Referee calling for a replay of that one. Then the replay taken. It is Olise. Olise with the ball in the area, and that is the first goal in the game. Bayern Munich get their goal. Olise searching, driving through. And Bayern Munich had been coming, been knocking on the door, and finally they got an opener. Cucurella raising opinion here. Cucurella raising opinion for an offside, but definitely the first ball hit the goalkeeper, but the follow through was lashed upon. by Bayern Munich. Very old man to give Bayern Munich the first goal in this one, and it is going down as an own goal for Chalobah, or Chelsea's Chalobah. It will go down as an own goal. Bayern Munich 1, Chelsea 0 in this first game for these two in the Champions League. Now the game is going to the next level of feistiness now. That Bayern Munich get the goal, you can only trust that the game will be tough from here. Bayern Munich now with a run again, but Chelsea with a good block. Gusto go around and attempt to find a man, fail. And Bayern Munich back on the ball with Kane searching through. Kane moving close. And another block. As Bayern Munich is quickly coming back. For Meccano. Tie. Find Gnabry. Gnabry return favor. Diaz. Bayern Munich look favorite so far to win this game. They are controlling the ball well, finding space. And now another opportunity with a run is Olise. Olise with a very good backheel pass to find Kimmich, a run into the box. Well, Kimmich messed the whole thing up by a very terrible cross. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. But what a back heel to find Kimmich by Olise. Unfortunately, Kimmich overcooked himself. Bayern Munich back on the ball. It is Meccano. Olise. Kimmich. Back to Upamecano. Back to the goalkeeper, Neuer. Neuer, an ever presence for Bayern Munich. Been around for a long, long time, and he's still very much one of the best in the goalkeeping section of the game. Gnabry. Long one now. Fine. Pavlovic. Bayern Munich searching again. It is Kane. A good opportunity at the edge of the box. Finds Kimmich. Upamecano. Olise now. Olise with another good ball to find a teammate in the middle of the box. It will be a goal kick nonetheless. So far it's been all Olise. His cross led to the first goal for Bayern Munich. And of course, his play has been Casado has to be very careful here. And the referees looks like pointing to the spot for Bayern Munich. The referee points to the spot. There is a conversation right now between James and the referee. Or Casado infringement. Well, Casado may have gone around Kane there and he didn't get the ball. The replay shows he didn't get the ball. But there is a tussle between the two. So no one can really know what went down until we have a final decision, which is going to come through a VAR. But the on-field decision so far now is that Bayern Munich is going to have a penalty kick. Kane himself getting ready for the opportunity to take that one. Harry Kane. Harry Kane come and put it away. It's the second goal for Bayern Munich. And the club world champion is now being put to the sword. Pace by Bayern Munich in their first game. Vincent Kompany men look to be taking care of business, with Harry Kane sending Sanchez the wrong way, slot it straight to the left bottom corner of the goal. Bayern Munich 2, Chelsea 0. Bayern Munich 2, Chelsea 0. And Chelsea restarts. James now. Opportunity again here for Bayern Munich. And it's Cole Palmer with a searching run. Cole Palmer again. And it is the first reply for Chelsea. A swift counter-attack. And Chelsea were able to come back a nose in front. There is an infringement during that build-up in which Chelsea captain James is complaining about, which nothing really was done about it, but it looks like the referee is going back to address that. But the counter-attack is a play on, and Cole Palmer capitalized with a very good run, finds Pedro, who returned favor, and who returned favor, and Cole Palmer slotted past Neuer to give Chelsea a very much needed one-goal reply to tie Bayern Munich down, or else this is going to be a mess if they don't start taking care of business right now. And the referee have given Enzo Maresca a yellow card for his efforts, because deservingly he's been very animated on the sideline, but not totally through his fault. What we have seen now is that there is an infringement during the play that led to Pedro being injured. Now, even the referee has to go back and give a yellow card for that. So, justify or not, he shouldn't be causing nuisance on the sideline that ends him that yellow card. But I get this point. He may have a point for a rough play on one of his players, but it is 2-1, and it is 30 minutes on the clock. Bayern Munich in the center of the pitch now to the restart. And in the other games, Liverpool with an early lead, and it is 2-0 against Atletico Madrid. PSG still leading 1-0 against Atalanta. At this point in time, it is Ajax. 0-0 with Inter Milan as it is. It is a play that arguably could have turned bad for TAP for that foul play on Pedro. The argument I suspect Enzo Maresca is making is that was an elbow on the face for Pedro, for Joao Pedro. And eventually it ends up for a yellow card for him and a yellow card for the culprit. Gusto to the goalkeeper. Chelsea finding space in the middle of the park. They can now run with the ball. Chalobah now finds Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer still on his own against two. Looking to find room. Well, that's unnecessary. That will give Olise a yellow card there. That is a nasty push. That is completely unnecessary. Well, that's unnecessary. And I still do not understand why he would go scot-free for that. Gusto at the back for Chelsea. Long ball. Finds Pedro. Pedro with a good calm, and he moved away from two. And a collision right in the middle of the park. Pedro on his own, creating magic, the Brazilian magic, to get away from two there. And eventually he has to be stopped by Olise through a foul, obviously, which creates a free kick to Chelsea now. Opportunity for Pedro up front. Chelsea with a good move here. What can they do with the ball? Inside the box. Inside the box is Pedro. And he has to find Casado. Casado, who sprayed the shot high and wide. This is becoming very, very promising game of football, as we expect. We all knew there is going to be something feisty between these two. And so far, there is no disappointment. Throw to Bayern Munich. They start moving the ball from the center half to the middle of the pack for Bayern. Kimmich now. Kimmich. Stania. Staniani. A long ball to search for Olise. Blocked by Cucurella and Pedro. Trying to start the ball from the middle of the pack. And James now can find Pedro, but Pedro could not get a good control on the ball. It is around for Kimmich. Blocked by Casado. A good ball now. And a something really kicked in for these Chelsea boys somehow. They are suddenly in the game, dictating the pace. And now opportunity for Chelsea. Now it is Gusto. Opportunity to take a shot and blocked. And opportunity again for Pedro Neto. The first shot blocked. And Gusto rarely scored for Chelsea, or never scored for Chelsea. Well, rarely scored for Chelsea. He has, I think, 1 goal so far for the team. Take a shot that was blocked. Elise. Close tackle by Cucurella. Gnabry. Bayern Munich. A good opportunity now finds Kane. Kane finds Elise. Elise one-on-one with Cucurella. Has to go back to Kimmich. A swamp of Chelsea shot, blocking him. Upamecano. Kimmich. Bayern Munich has to go all the way back. As the prayer was mounting. Neuer. Cole Palmer chasing down. A restart from the middle of the pack for Bayern. Time. Kane now. Long one to find Elise. Elise with a true ball. And what is Cucurella doing there? Almost very costly for Chelsea. But Kimmich shot went wide. What a pass from Elise. As a matter of fact, this guy all by himself is something special. It's something special, Elise. If you don't know, you better start watching Elise now. He has everything it takes to be one of the best, if not already, one of the best in the middle of the pack, dictating pace, slotting in, cut through passes. Twice or 3 times now, he has cut through Chelsea defense like a hot knife cut through the bottom. Casado now. Casado finds Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer now. And it's Pedro with a cross that didn't really end up anywhere. Now, Elise with a turnaround. Almost lost the ball. But immediately ball now finds Elise in the middle of the pack. He can now find Pavlovic. A good ball play in the middle of the box by Bayern. Chelsea in danger. And clearance needed. Back immediately for Bayern Munich at the 39 minutes. And opportunity there with a clearance by Gusto. And an appeal for penalty again by Bayern Munich players. It looks like Diaz was offside anyway. What a touchline dribble there by Gnabry. So far, these two sides have not really disappointed. But Chelsea knew they need more to be able to put away a very strong opposition here. Another opportunity for Kane in the middle of the box. Kane was blocked. There is Bayern Munich corner kick down. Elise. take the corner kick. Opportunity for Bayern Munich to make matter worse for Chelsea. A short corner kick taken between Olise and Gnabry. Now Kimmich with a final cross into the box. Blocked by James Neuer all the way out to take part in these build-up attack. Goes to now with Diaz. Ball well watched to another corner kick for Bayern Munich. Another opportunity for Bayern Munich in the space of a few minutes, a few seconds to have another corner kick now. Kimmich, the long one into the area. Goalkeeper with a punch. And a shot comes in. That was close. A shot from Olise almost cut the Chelsea goalkeeper by surprise. But it was narrowly wide from Olise. Chelsea with a short pass from goal kick position to restart. Pedro judged to be in a foul play. And quickly restart. There's 42 minutes on the clock and it's 2-1 in favor of Bayern Munich. Kukurea. Long ball to find Cole Palmer. Fire up. Neuer will get there first to keep things tidy for Bayern Munich. Payne. Diaz. Ta. Upamecano now with the run. Diaz pick up the pace in the middle of the pack. It is Olise now, one-on-one with Kukurea, who, to be fair, has found it difficult to tame Olise so far. Well, on the bench for Bayern Munich is Bischoff, Boy, Goretzka, and Nicholas Jackson, who is on loan from Chelsea. Carl, Kim Min-jae, Kiala, David Santos, Urech, and Ubig all on the bench for Bayern Munich. And a ball comes into the area, but well punched away by Chelsea goalkeeper to give Bayern Munich another opportunity from the corner kick. A good punch, nevertheless, for Robert Sanchez. Take that one away to safety for Chelsea. And Kimmich looking to return the ball into the box from the corner kick position. Corner kick coming into the box. A push. A big complaint in the box. But the referee look away and Bayern Munich play on. Gnabry now finds Kimmich. Ball spread wide to find Diaz. A cross come into the box. And Bayern Munich finds himself all alone in the box, but way offside. Way offside, as it was called by the assistant referee. The offside line, well played. by Chelsea. Fantastic goal from Cole Palmer. Stands to be the only open play goal in this game so far. Bayern Munich 2 goals came from an own goal and a penalty. Of course, Chelsea returned 1 as we are now edging close to a second half. It's 46 minutes on the clock. A ball back and forth between Chelsea goalkeeper James Down getting involved. It is Adarabioyo. Long one into the middle of the pack. Finds Pedro. And Pedro lost the ball. Bayern Munich back on the ball. 2 minutes added. It looks like that 2 minutes is almost running out now. Gnabry. Bayern Munich looking to find 1 goal before they go to the half. It's Diaz now. Opportunity for Olise to do his magic and find a cross. Olise with a shot. It was blocked and deflected to a corner kick, which perhaps is going to be the last kick of the game. For first half. Goalkeeper will take that. And the referee have seen enough in the first half. And that's the end of the first half here. It is 2 goals in favor of Bayern Munich in the first half. Company taking care of business with his men. And Chelsea are by no means out of the game. They're still very much in contention. And it's still anybody's game as we speak, as we go in for the break and await the second half. This is OGM News FC, and this is Football League Fest from OGMNewsFC.com. And I will see you at the Peckins of the second half.
OGM News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. OGM News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. For news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. Won't you use FM for news and entertainment? Sounds pretty good to me.
Rogers moving the ball quickly on the back of Ramsey, and the shot comes in. Blocked. Another attempt. Now it's seated. And Watkins making the 3 for Aston Villa. He's making the 3 for Aston Villa. What is going on with young boys? What is going on? What is going on? But then you cannot question the way Aston Villa is playing at the moment.
If you are not part of the Football Commentary live show, you are missing. Catch up with every football action in Europe. It is Football League Fest on OGMNewsFC.com.
Down. Can Arsenal respond? Bukayo Saka now moving the ball quickly on the byline. Cross comes in the long one to find Martinelli. What can Martinelli do here? One-on-one with Kyle Walker. Cross comes in. A swing of the foot by Kai Havertz. Well defended by Man City to clear that one.
OGMNewsFC.com, final destination for football story. Football League Fest. Truly unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
OGM News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me. For news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me.
WhatsApp groups. According to BBC Sport, he signed until 2027 because clearly 33 is the new 23. Meanwhile, at West Ham, Lucas Fabianski has re-signed at 40 years old. That's right, 40. The man's been between the sticks so long, he probably remembers when VAR was just called your mate in the pub. West Ham let him go in June, then suddenly remembered, wait, we still need a reliable dad figure in the dressing room. As Sky Sports reports, Fabianski promises to keep the standards high. At this point, the standard is probably remember to bring snacks for the younger keepers. So, Eriksen chasing a fresh Bundesliga adventure, Fabianski proving goalkeepers really are like fine wine. Only difference is you can't cork them once they start yelling instructions. And that's your funfair on Football League Fest, only on OGM News FC. Goodbye and keep your boots laced.
All right, friends, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more football updates. See you next time, and have a great day.
If you're here in the area and are looking for a solution to heat your home this winter, then this is hands down the system you need to be looking at. It's a heat pump system, so not only will
It's like spilling coffee on a brand new white shirt before even leaving the house. According to BBC Sport, Manchester City's brand new shiny toy, Omar Marmoush, bought for a cool £59 million in January, is already in the repair shop. The Egyptian forward limped out in the 9th minute of his country's World Cup qualifier against Burkina Faso after a 4th-minute challenge. Yes, 4th minute. That's like spilling coffee on a brand new white shirt before even leaving the house. According to BBC Sport, initial scans show Marmoush will miss the Manchester derby this Sunday at the Etihad. A real headache for Pep Guardiola, who suddenly looks less like a tactical genius and more like a man trying to win a chess game with half the pieces missing. And let's not forget, Ryan Cherki's hamstring is also waving the white flag, while Phil Foden's been out since Brighton gave City a reality check before the break. So now Pep's attacking options look thinner than a budget airline seat cushion. 8 goals in 28 games is no small feat for Marmoush, but City fans might be asking why their £59 million man's legs appear made of glass. Maybe Pep should bubble wrap his players during international duty, or better yet, negotiate no sliding tackle clauses in their contracts. And that's your funfair on Football League Fest, only on OGM News FC. Until next time, take care, and may your strikers stay healthier than City's injury list. Goodbye for now.
All right, friends, here's the deal. We need your support to level up our game. How can you help? Like, share, and drop a comment. And before you dash off, go ahead and smash that subscribe button on YouTube. Heck, if you're feeling retro, send us a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal. Stay awesome, stay witty, and we'll see you next time.
Years, yes, 24 seasons of roller coasters, rebuilds and managerial speed dating, Tottenham's long-standing executive chairman Daniel Levy has finally stepped down. That's right, the man who brought Spurs a shiny new stadium, one shiny trophy and approximately 16 managerial severance packages is calling it a day. Levy took charge back in March 2001. That's so long ago that if Spurs were a player, they'd have retired twice and started a punditry career on Sky Sports by now. He leaves behind quite the legacy. A Europa League win last season that ended a 17-year wait for silverware. 17 years! Some fans had children who grew up, graduated university, and probably bought their own season tickets in that time. Now Levy says he's proud of his work, proud of building a global heavyweight, and proud of creating a community. Of course, Spurs fans might argue the community was mostly united in chanting Levy out every other weekend. But hey, unity is unity. Peter Charrington is stepping in as non-executive chairman, which sounds like the football version of being asked to watch someone else play FIFA while holding the extra controller. Charrington, a director of ENIC, was only appointed to the Spurs board in March. Nothing like giving the new guy the wheel of a bus that just finished 17th in the Premier League and sacked its manager. Good luck, Peter. You'll need Ange Postecoglou's courage, Mourinho's confidence, and Harry Kane's. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong club now. Let's not forget Levy's reign gave us one of the most modern stadiums in the world, a cash machine, according to finance guru Kieran Maguire. Spurs became the most profitable club in Premier League history thanks to lower wages and transfer frugality. Translation: Spurs fans paid £8 for a pint at the stadium while watching free transfer signings lose 2-0 at home to Leicester. Business genius! Still, we can't ignore the banners. 24 years, 16 managers, 1 trophy. If Levy's Spurs tenure were a Netflix series, it would have been cancelled after season 2. But hey, he finally got the club some silverware Europa League. Not exactly the Champions League, but still shinier than the Carabao Cup, right? So here's to Daniel Levy, builder of stadiums, breaker of managers, and survivor of fan protests. His chapter at Spurs is over, but his legacy? Well, that's like Tottenham itself, always complicated, sometimes comical, but never boring. And that's your funfair on Football League Fest, only on OGM News FC. Goodbye for now, and remember, never get too attached to your manager if you're a Spurs fan.
OGM News FM for news and entertainment. Sounds pretty good to me.
All right, as we are getting ready to return for the second half, let me go through the results so far in the first half phase of the match today in most parts of the Champions League. Ajax is going down to 1-0 at home against Inter Milan. Liverpool have 1 goal returned by Atletico Madrid. It's 2-1 there. And PSG made it 2 before the end of the half against Atalanta. And right here, right now, we are back. Chelsea starting from the middle of the pack. It is Bayern Munich 2 and Chelsea 1. And so far, there's no change except for Ta, who is already on yellow card. Vincent Kompany elect to bring him out and replace with Kim Min-jae. Chelsea moving the ball quickly in the middle of the pack. They have to do better if they have to beat the pace of these Bayern Munich. It is an offside call against Chelsea. Yeah, we need to look into restart from And a long ball now, searching for Kane up front. A man down for Bayern. And it looks bad. It is area battle between Chalobah and Stanisic got off bad from that. But he's looking okay now as he's gone back to walking on his feet. James moving the ball well for Chelsea. Casado from the middle of the pack. Four minutes already gone from the second half. And another player hit the top for Bayern Munich. Well, as it has been decided, it's a fair play. There's nothing wrong from Chalobah's tackle that happens to be an area battle. It's nothing really he can do. And at the same time, you can only say Stanisic is brave enough to go for that tackle in the air that led to him being substituted now with an injury. Look to have seen the last participation in this game tonight. Throw to Chelsea. Gusto, James, quick exchange. Chalobah goes back to Adarabioyo, who finds Cucurella. Cucurella tread the ball to the middle to find Pedro. Pedro with a good dribble, and he finds Pedro Neto in a good area. Neto now all by himself in the box. And it's James now. James can shoot. The height on the shot was a little embarrassing, coming from the standard of James himself. Long ball now. Casado to retrieve for Chelsea. Ball finds Darabioyo. Chaloba. James with a long ball. To find Pedro. Pedro redirect. To be around. And a good tackle from Boyd, the substitute, replacing Stanisic, who got injured for Bayern Munich. The Chelsea goalkeeper now, Sanchez, to restart the ball from the back. Chaloba. Palmer. James. Casado. Long ball from the goalkeeper. Quick restart for Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez. Gusto. Now Cole Palmer. Clearance necessary for Bayern there. Lisa. Casado. Still Casado. Good control of the ball. Finds Cole Palmer almost in the middle. Kane now. Harry Kane. And the shot from Diaz. The shot lacks the right bite. Needed to beat the goalkeeper. Oh, what a nutmeg from Cole Palmer. Chelsea moving the ball now with much confidence. Casado, Cucurella. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto with the run. Couldn't beat his man. Inter Milan make it 2 against Ajax away. And PSG made it 3 against Atalanta. Looks like the macho game of superiority have been taken care of there by PSG in that one. Opportunity for Bayern. Kane with a shot. And goalkeeper really didn't have to do much. Made a save. But a save, nevertheless, by Sanchez. Now we are looking at a corner kick. Elisa with a cross into the box. Can he find a man? That was defended by Pedro. João Pedro this time. Neuer all the way out to get involved. Neuer with a pass. And it looks like Upamecano cannot keep the ball in play. The throw from Cucurella. To be a throw to Bayern Munich. Gnabry. Lamia. Upamecano. Lisa. He mean back on the ball. Lamia back to the goalkeeper. Neuer. Neuer finds Upamecano. And a good run in the middle of the pack now for Boye. Bayern now asking questions. Boye, a good pass in the area and a save for Sanchez. A very lackadaisical kick there by Bayern Munich player. In what should have been a start goal for Bayern Munich. Lisa arriving at the right time. Well, was lackadaisical on the touch of the ball. Well played, but the shot doesn't have the venom required to get that goal, and Sanchez was able to make a save. Gusto with the long ball. It does look like Neuer is waiting for it. Neuer with a pass. Total attempts is 12-7 in favor of Bayern. On target. It's 4 for Bayern in all the 12 shots. And that is not to count one of the goals that turned out to be an own goal. Kimmich, Lamia, Diaz, Kimmich, Gnabry, Olise, Bayern Munich, across into the area. Gusto will deal with that as the cross finds no one. Ball Palmer now. Palmer loses the ball in a good area for Bayern Munich. Kane now. Kimmich. Olise. Hook one to the path of Boy. Boy returns favor. Olise. Offside position, says Chelsea, but not the referee. Eventually, the referee calls for an offside against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich finds the back of the net. It is Kane now. Of course, who else? It is Kane who finally get his goal. And you know he loves scoring against Chelsea. And he got his goal to make it 3 for Bayern Munich in this one. And it's turning sour for Chelsea. A terrible mistake at the back. Unexpected at this level. A very, very terrible defensive error from none other than the captain himself. And Kane made no mistake and put a knife through Chelsea for the third time in this game to make it 3 for Bayern and 1 for Chelsea. What a terrible error. Is a blessing in disguise for Bayern Munich in this game that Chelsea have 1 own goal and 1 terrible mistake at the back. So Bayern will only be stupid if they do not take advantage of the bubble made by Chelsea. Bayern Munich now have opportunity to take control of this game and keep possession to their advantage. Chelsea throw. Gusto back to the goalkeeper. Now Chelsea about to introduce Nacho. French. To make it the first change for Chelsea tonight. And that is after the third so far for Bayern Munich. Gnabry. Kane. Kim J. Kimmich. A long ball. Trying to look for Diaz. Cole Palmer. Leg over for Chalobah. Chalobah couldn't get back to that as Min was breathing down on his neck. Gnabry now. An opportunity for Bayern Munich again in the area. Ball finds Olisa now in the box. Olisa with a shot. Went wide as he was trying to beat the goalkeeper out of the far corner. Chelsea now making another change right after Garnacho came in for Pedro Neto. Kane. And in control, passing well, dribbling well, keeping the ball in Chelsea, and not just chasing the goals, they are chasing the possession. The superiority in between these two is vast, to say the least. The goal difference didn't really do justice to that, though, as those three goals, two of it were errors, avoidable errors by Chelsea. Another opportunity for Bayern Munich. Olise now driving into the box. Olise still, and shot blocked by Kukureya. Chelsea really looked like a tired team. Pedro all by himself, taking the ball this far. Now finds Santos across, almost find Garnacho. Long cross by Palmer. Bayern Munich back on the ball. Nacho. Finds space. Ball into the area. And now Chelsea with opportunity. Gusto fouled by Luis Diaz. And there's a claim that is in the box. Referee have to check. Referee have to make sure. But the referee is pointing to a spot outside the box. And the referee call was right. In the other part of the Premier League, Champions League, sorry, tonight, Liverpool still 2-1 against Atletico Madrid. And Inter Milan still leading by 2-0. As Chelsea is still chasing this game by 2 goals margin at this time of the game. Kane now get away from Santos. Kane still going, and now could not get past Fernandes, but have to foul him. As Fernandes' pace was something needed for Chelsea there. Man down for Chelsea with a shoulder injury. About 23 minutes to go. 22 minutes precisely, and it looks like Estavo is looking ready to come in. Chaloba out with an injury. Briefly, but it's looking good to go back in. Yes. Kane. Another opportunity. Olisa with a cross. And Sanchez with a save. Gusto. Chaloba. Sanchez. Finds Casado. Bucarea. Pedro. Finds Cucurella. Not a change. Now we're seeing Estavio replace Enzo Fernandez as the ambat for captain goes to Casado from now on. Estavio looking to find minutes in this game. As you say, about 10 minutes to go. Casado on the ball. Back to the goalkeeper now. Sanchez with a long ball. Attempt to find Gusto. masterclass, as it turns out to be for Company. The first leg of these encounter. Of course, in the first phase, that will be the only leg in the encounter. Another opportunity presents itself for Luis Diaz, and he's way ahead, but he couldn't get the ball past Sanchez, and then the referee allowed them to go through all the chaos and almost led to an injury for the goalkeeper. And of course, it's an injury for the player itself, Luis Diaz, because it was way offside, way offside. It shouldn't be difficult to call that. This is not one of those cases where there is a doubt. He was way, way offside. And then the referee and the assistant referee allowed the game to play on dangerously. That could have led to the injury of all the players involved. What should have come to a stop immediately. It was really clear enough for everyone to see he's offside. A yellow card there for Olise, and he's been coming. You can always sense Olise a little bit going on the rough side in this one. And it's not just him, it looks like that is the instruction from the manager. If you take it to Chelsea, a physical level, they probably not be able to play their game. And it worked perfectly well for Bayern Munich so far. Like it or not, it's a tactics.